like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Commanders. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Come on, set! Striker, 3-3. Red.
Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Commanders, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Hey, walk here.
Ball again on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. The Lance going to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Steps away. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about him from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up. And
looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You've got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
Here we go, here we go.
And Cook has it left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Malik Willis, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Malik Willis with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Throwing now is Lance. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
A good pickup there at 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's Lance. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance. And it'll be intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Matthew Wright set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A quick pass out to Juju. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
After 60. Mustang 19.
1st and 10, Willis.
Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw, it's Lance. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Strikers, 3-3.
On play action, Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
And his throw here is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now Lance again. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Kyle Pitts, 31 yards. And the Titans have got it back to within a score.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Makes the score. Commanders 20, Titans 14.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Let's go. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They go play action with Willis.
And the open receiver is Robert Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Washington! Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And Lance now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Last play of the half, Willis. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Woods. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Another catch there for Waddle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Kamara trying the right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 2nd and 13.
Willis.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Willis. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Set, ready. Opposite, 3.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On now is the Titans punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
As this complete to Woods. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time.
Here we go. Practical 80. 18 Cardinal. Go.
Now the fourth-round pick from A&M. This is Isaiah Spiller.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
A run with a fullback. It's Ben Mason.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. In motion comes the tight end left.
Willis looking to throw it.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now Lance.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route pretty deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm too, and he showed it off here.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Lance looks to throw again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, here's Willis.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Back to 60, back to 60. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Ready.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
Finding space at the 40. Big strides. Look at him go. Inside the 20.
Touchdown. Gerald Everett, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Titans are going to get the football back at their own 17. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a play fake. Lance
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
On third down, here's Hall.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
So it's Washington getting the